AfroTales Podcast is a part of the Connected Podcast Network. Chef. Yes, Glio. Don't you love how we get to share our stories and recipes? Yes, I enjoy it greatly. Do you know what makes it possible for everyone to hear us? Yes, Glio. Our voices, obviously. True, but it's also Anchor, a hosting platform that distributes the podcast to places like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and others. Oh, yes. And isn't everything needed to make a podcast in one place? That's correct. And the best thing of all, Chef, it's free. Free, you say? Free. And all I had to do is download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. So, you just had to download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Yep. Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm and do what we're doing now. Fantastic, Grio. Simply fantastic. I know, Chef. I know. Ahoy, my friend, and welcome aboard the AfroTales Podcast, a ship that will carry us from location to location, exploring the tales that grew from the African diaspora in the Americas and the Caribbean. I am Aman Mazinga, your teller of yarns. As we head out, a particular yarn for each location will be spun. Come, sit with me, and enjoy this journey. Loggerhead. Once upon a time, there was a big bird in the village named Loggerhead, and everyone passing from the town going home had to pass this bird. Ku Kayama Loggerhead, Loggerhead Ku Kayama. Every day, Loggerhead picked out one person, flew down out of the tree, man, and swallowed him whole. Every day, somebody else was passing, found himself with the same kind of problem. Old Witch Boy lived alone with his grandmother. He sat in his house thinking about this bird and about all kinds of magic with plants and herbs and metals and things. One day he said, "Granny, I see a little piece of tin out that house over there. I'm going to go and get that and make a special knife." When she asked why, he said, "I heard that there's a bird up the road there who, whenever someone passes going home from town, he flies down out of a tree and swallows him whole. I want to know how he is so strong and powerful that he can swallow anybody whole." So he got the tin and sharpened it all up and made it into a sharp knife. Sharp knife. And he put a handle on it. When she saw what he was going to do, the old grandmother started to cry. She said, "Oh God, grandson, you know today, Lord, you're the only family I have left on earth to take after me. I don't have anyone else to look after me but you. If you go up there, you're going to lose your life today." He said, "Granny, don't be frightened for me. I'll go and cool everything for everybody." And he went up the road some with his little knife. By the time he reached from here to there, he began to sing this mischievous song they sang about Loggerhead. Ku Kayama. And right away, here comes that big bird flying down from where he lived, and he picked up the boy, flapping his wings and singing that song. Ku Kayama, Loggerhead, Loggerhead, Ku Kayama. And he swallowed him right down. The old witch boy took out his little knife and he started to cut a hole in Kukayama's belly. Yes, right in the belly. Until he cut a hole through and he dropped out onto the ground. Then he walked about him with his hand in his pocket. He was a kind of boastful fellow, you know. And he started to call the bird again. Kukayama, Kukayama, Loggerhead, Loggerhead, Kukayama. The bird flew down again and picked him up. This was not a little bird that you hear people talk about, you know? You would marvel to see such a large bird that was on this small island. And when old witch boy had been swallowed, he made about 3 holes up in Kukayama Loggerhead's belly. You know he sang, Kukayama, Kukayama Loggerhead, Loggerhead, Kukayama, Kukayama. And by the time he dropped down again, Loggerhead was dead. And he made the whole world clean for others. Master King had made a pledge already that any man that killed that bird would get his daughter, a house, and even a new car. So old witch boy married a king's daughter immediately. The end. Making stone smoke. Well, once upon a time, Master King had a beautiful daughter. He loved her so much that he didn't want anyone to touch, much less marry her. So he put her in a showcase behind glass. But the queen and all the others said she must be married to someone. So Master King pointed to a large stone in his yard. And he said that anyone who could come and dance this stone into smoke could receive his daughter. And the palace too. So all the men went and danced as hard as they could on this stone. But they couldn't make it smoke. Well, little Anansi heard about this beautiful girl. So he decided he wanted to win her. He went to the tailor and had him make a beautiful coat with pockets all the way down to the ground. And he went to the sugar boiling house and filled every pocket with the ashes he got there. So he went down to Master King. He said, "Good morning, Master King. I heard that you had a task to perform here, sir, and I came to see if I could do this wonderful thing and win your beautiful daughter." The king had trouble not laughing at little Anansi, but he said, "Yes, Compere Anansi, that is the girl in the showcase. And there is a stone in the yard. Whoever dances that stone into smoke receives my daughter." "Well, Master King, let me go and try and see if I can do anything with that stone." So Compere Anansi went to the stone. And as he was going, his shoes really started into the dance. Because Anansi is a wonderful singer and dancer, you know. So he went up to the stone and he started. Ying-a-ding-ding, that a girl for me. And he sang that 4 times. Master King stopped him. He said, "Wait, Compere Anansi, what did I hear you saying?" "Was just humming a little tune, sir." "Well, hum that tune again and let me hear." So he sang it 4 more times. Ying-a-ding-a-ding, that a girl for me. The song made the king want to sing and dance so much that he cursed Anansi and told him to go ahead. And Compere Anansi started dancing and flapping his arms against those pockets, up and down his sides. Ying-a-ding, that girl for me. 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 And every time he said, that girl for me, he slapped his sides. Ashes flew all over the place. So many that Master couldn't see where Compe and Anansi was dancing anymore. So he made him stop. For he had danced the stone into smoke. The end. Yep. That was Anansi making stones smoke like he does. And an Obia man, or an old witch boy, killing a giant bird named Loggerhead, or Kukayama Loggerhead. If you are from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, I feel like I say Grenadines. Not the drink. I'm so sorry. Grenadians. I know I'm not saying it right. Look, if you're from St. Vincent and the islands of Grenada, I'm going to say it like that. Because I feel like Grenadines is wrong. But when I read it, that's how it is read. Anyway, and you have that fairy tale, please contact me, AfroTales Podcast, AfroTalesCast. Find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, email me. I don't care. Let me know if there's a giant bird folktale, fairy tale out there. And if you guys really have Obia men and women, or if you guys use a different name for them, I would love to know. But I love how he kills all of them and gets a wife, a car, and a house out the deal. Now, I have a question for you. Is Anansi, who wins a wife and a basically a kingdom from Massa King in the second story, could he be the king in the first story, giving up one of his daughters? I don't know. It's up to you to decide. You figure it out, right? But Massa King really brings the story together because he's just over here doling out children in each story. And if you're a dad out there with multiple kids, multiple daughters, I understand, because I'm one of you. I have multiple daughters, and so I'm like, if I had a big issue and I don't have to pay a dowry out or pay for a wedding and your kids, get your daughters married off and be like, yo, take her. No, I'm just kidding. I would not sell my daughters off. None of them. I love all my girls. But I can see why kings just like, yo, I got a dragon that needs to be killed. I have a giant bird that needs to be killed. I need some magical things that need to be done. What can I give as a prize? I have 7 daughters. Let's start with the oldest or the middle. It really doesn't matter, because they are going to be expensive to get married off. So we'll start there and see where we go from there. You know, that's just the way it was back then. But if you run into an Anansi type con man, I'm sorry. I feel bad for you, because you're not going to beat Anansi. He's more than likely going to win, and that's what it is when you're a trickster. You know, that's going to happen. But yeah, I love these 2 stories. They're pretty short stories. So I wanted to give you 2, just to kind of give you that time. You know, you come here for a nice lengthy, not too long of a story, but a story with a little bit of length on it. So these are short stories. Typically, some stories from the smaller islands tend to be shorter. I don't know why. but they just tend to be shorter. But anyway, thank you for coming on the voyage. We're in St. Vincent right now. I don't know where we're going next, but come back and find out. And if you want somebody else to get on the voyage with you, go tell them. Invite them along. Because they get a story and they get a meal, like you're about to do. Because you're about to go see the chef and get you a meal from St. Vincent. Whether it's a drink, a dessert, a full course meal, or even a breakfast. I don't know what he has in store for you. Go find out. All right? And until I see you guys for the next voyage, as always, have a blessed day.
Welcome, my friends, to the Galley. I am your chef, and today we will be having a wonderful dish inspired by Loggerhead from the stories you have heard today. This St. Vincent dish is called Guinness Bottle Chicken Stew. Yes, you heard me correctly. Guinness Bottle Chicken Stew. What will you need to prepare this dish? Easy. You will need chicken breast or thighs diced. You will need 2 tablespoons of olive oil, God damn it. Salt and pepper to taste, 1 cup of Guinness or 1 can or bottle if you prefer that too much, 1 cup of chicken stock, 2 cloves garlic chopped, 1 green bell pepper chopped, 1 tablespoon of tomato paste, 1 teaspoon of parsley, and 1 teaspoon of chili powder. Now, how do we put this together? We will first coat the salt and pepper and... God damn, I'm tripping. Okay. We will first coat the chicken with salt and pepper and oil. We will fry the chicken in a large pan, even like a cast iron skillet, on high until brown. It will take roughly 5 minutes. We will then set this aside. And in that same pan, we will add the onion, the garlic, and saute it until the onions are translucent. This should roughly take about 8 minutes. We will add the Guinness and reduce the volume by half. We will then return the chicken to the pan with the remaining ingredients. Reduce the heat and cook for about 15 minutes until reduced and chicken is cooked thoroughly. And then that is it, my friend. We will serve it upon some white rice, and there you have it. Now, go prepare this dish for yourself. And as you eat, remember Loggerhead and how Anansi made the stone smoke. And until I have another wonderful recipe for you, as always, enjoy.
My friends, we are here, and I want to thank you for coming out here on this voyage with me. Thank you for doing what you do and giving me the time to get to this point. I want you to join me in thanking Art by Chalet. I want to also join me in thanking those who create the sound effects and music on freesound.org and Free Music Archive. I want you to share this journey with your family and friends so that way they can be blessed just as you are. If you want to leave a comment or a review so others can learn about this voyage, please do so wherever you can. All other ways to support and contact me will be in the show notes. So please go there, check it out, and do what you do best, and be you. Again, thank you. And until next time, have a blessed day.